It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Steinert High School, the home of the Spartans, as we get you ready for high school softball on the WBCB Sports Network. Today, the Spartans take on the Scotties of Bordentown High School. Great to have you with us today on WBCB. Today's game brought to you by Team Toyota, Kessel Dermatology, Capital Health System, the Revere Restaurant, Hamilton Township School District. Thanks to the New Jersey Education Association for powering portions of today's game, along with the Hamilton Area Y. Haldeman Ford Subaru on hand with Blend Restaurant, the Hamilton Township Division of Health, Saul Funeral Homes, Hamilton Township Education Association, the Trentonian, and this is the Trentonian pregame show, moments away from the first pitch. Thanks also to the Italian People's Bakery, IPB, powering portions of today's game, along with Hyundai of Trenton and Chris Auto Body. And also back for the 2025 season, we welcome the Trenton Thunder back. And great to be back with high school softball here on BCB. Early season action, Fish, but as you said before we got going, you're looking forward to this game.
Very much so, Chris. This is a non-conference matchup in mid-April, which doesn't usually mean much, but this is against two of the area's consistently top programs. And on papers, this should be a great game. It's all going to start with the pitching and defense, and both teams check the boxes there. Bordentown's Caitlin Hoppy, is that how you said it is?
Yep.
Hoppy, whose sister Allison pitched Bordentown to the 2022 state title. Caitlin's been stellar in her second year of being the full-time starter. She's 6-0, 0.81 ERA, which is down almost 2 runs from her 2.77 mark last year. She struck out 30 in 26 innings, but she can run into control issues. She's allowed 16 walks. Spartans may want to look at a few pitches to see if they can get a few free base runners. Steiner, they counter with senior Katie Simonka, who's just been masterful this year. 29 strikeouts and 3 walks in 12 innings, ERA of 1.17, and she's coming off a season in which she went 5-0 with a 1.11 ERA in 6 state tournament games. So she knows what it's like to play in big games, and it's a pretty big one considering it's April, you know. Good pitching, you're supposed to stop good hitting. We'll see if that holds true. Scotties are batting .298 as a team, but they have some boppers. Sam Brown, Hoppy, Sierra Knight, Katie Kovac, Juliana Maralda, all between 353 and 462. It's only a small sample size for Steiner, with just 3 games, but they're hitting .431, an insane .696 slugging percentage.
Wow.
And that's with 2 freshmen in the starting lineups. Lindsay Swizak and Victoria Popper, both batting well over 300. Steinert has one of the best, if not the best, position player in the CVC, and Mia Pope. She's a Marist-bound shortstop who needs just 3 hits to reach 100, Chris, so we may see that today. She's hitting .462 and is a weapon with her bat and her glove, and they also have some power. Francesca Castellano and Popper, each 2 home runs. Spartans have 15 doubles. Nikki Donovan, Addison Hassan, Aaliyah O'Neill, all batting between 500 and 700. Not a weak link in the lineup.
And Walsh is back for Steinert today.
Absolutely, good point. Bianca Walsh, who's been hurt and been out for a while, missed the first 3 games. She is back at second base, and she and Pope form what is arguably the best Keystone combination, and here we go.
First pitch of the afternoon in there for strike 1 to Mackenzie Morton, delivered by starting pitcher Katie Simonka for the Steinert Spartans. Morton will be followed by Kovac and Brown as we are just underway. Morton leading off, playing shortstop. Katie Kovac batting second, playing second base. Sammy Brown at first base hits third. Doing the catching is Jules Marolda, and she is in the cleanup spot today. In there for a strike.
two veteran coaches guiding these teams, and two coaches who have enjoyed a lot of success. Nicole O'Leary for Bordentown and Jen Melker for Steinert.
Pokes that one to the shortstop, Mia Pope.
I could watch Mia Pope field all day.
Nice job there, makes it look easy.
She makes everything look easy. She's so smooth. I mean, and she's taken that pressure of looking for a college off in just her junior year, opting for Marist, which a few CVC players have gone to and had success.
Now batting Katie Kovac with one down, the base is empty. And Samoka winds and fires that one down low. Hitting fifth today for Bordentown is third baseman Sierra Knight. Caitlin Hoppy is the pitcher. She hits sixth, with Addie Maloney playing in left field. And batting seventh, Natalie Kroll is in center, hitting eighth, and Alyssa Cruzen in right field hits ninth today for the Bordentown Scotties. Bunt attempt, it's laid down but drifts just a little bit foul. Addison Hassan, she was on that. Defensively for the Spartans, Hassan doing the catching with Francesca Castellano at first base, Bianca Walsh at second, Mia Pope at shortstop, Aaliyah O'Neill playing third, Miller, DeMeglio, and Swezak from left to right in the outfield, as this one comes in there just a little bit low. And the battery again, pitcher Katie Simonka and Addison Hassan.
Katie Kovac batting a cool .353 so far. Come around to score 8 times. That's tied for the team lead.
Takes the 2-2 down in the dirt. And the count runs full.
Last time we were here, Steinert was winning a Group 3 semifinal, sending them to the state final.
The payoff pitch down low for ball 4, and Kovac works a walk. It seems like every year we're here for a late playoff game for this Spartan team.
I mean, both of these teams, I mean, when we have a little lull in the action, we'll run through their resume over the last, in this decade.
Stepping up to bat, Sammy Brown, the first baseman for the Bordentown Scotties today. Takes strike one from Simonka. Well, you mentioned it in our Trentonian pregame activities, Rich. Really an impressive strikeout to walk ratio for Simonka.
Yeah, I mean, 3 walks. I'm surprised she gave up that walk. That was a good at-bat, actually, by Kovac.
Now she jumps in front of Brown, 0-2. Home plate umpire is Tom Maple. And a swing and a miss. Sammy Brown goes down on strikes, 2 outs.
Gotta chase a rise ball there.
Now batting for
Swung at a high pitch.
number 11, Jules Marolda.
Little high heat, that brings catcher Jules Marolda to the plate for the Scotties.
Marolda also batting .357, .571 slugging percentage, so you got to be careful with a lot of these batters.
We got the 2 Toms as our umpire crew. Tom Maple calling balls and strikes. Tom Peekinen on the bases.
Tom Tom. It's a Tom Tom, right?
Yep.
Isn't that a
Tom Tom Club.
Indian drum or something?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I forget what hits the Tom Tom Club had. Oh, yeah. Wordy Wrapping Hood. Google that one. Down low for a ball to Marolda.
When I get a minute.
Tom Tom Club, the bassist and the drummer from the Talking Heads.
Yeah, there you go.
2-1 pitch from Simonka. Gets the call, and the count evens at 2-2. Marolda at the plate, Sierra Knight in the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss, and it's another strikeout for Katie Simonka. She strikes out 2 in the top of the first, and she sets Bordentown down without a run. No hits. They do leave a runner on base. She walked 1, and it's time for the Steinert Spartans to step up to bat. High school softball on WBCB. This is the Trentonian, not the Trentonian pregame show was
We're
We already did that.
Yeah.
Well, today's game brought to you by Chris Auto Body. Been offering complete auto body repairs for over 60 years. They make it easy and simple, from small dents to major accidents, glass replacement, and detailing. Chris Auto Body works with all insurance companies, provides a lifetime guarantee on all repairs. Accidents are a bummer, a real inconvenience, and Chris Auto Body goes out of their way to provide minimal interruption to your life. Local pickup. They have delivery and rental cars on site. Chris Auto Body, locally owned and operated with 3 locations. They're in Fairless Hills, in the Falls Autoplex on Business Route 1, and in Lambertville and in New Hope. Chris Auto Body wishing all the players on the field, all the students here for both schools, all the best, a successful, safe season, and a great end of this school year. Thunder Baseball is back for the 2025 season. They get going on Wednesday, June the 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. Ticket info, check out TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com. Or you can call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game firework nights. Tuesdays, kids eat free. Wednesdays, they got the Dollar Dog Nights. And Thursdays, Thirsty Thursday. And on Fridays, it's Pork Roll Friday throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball. Big league futures, major league fun. And if your school would like a game, any sport, any event, video streamed like the one you're watching, contact WBCB Sports Director Brianne O'Neill at Brianne@WBCB1490.com. That's Brianne, Breanne, at WBCB1490.com. Don't forget, you missed the action here on BCB. Read about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. And up to bat for the Steinert Spartans, shortstop Mia Pope. She leads off. And following Pope will be Lindsay Swezak. She bats second and plays right field. Aaliyah O'Neill at third base hits third, with Francesca Castellano in the cleanup spot and playing first base. And Mia Pope showing the bunt, pulls it back, takes ball one, or strike one.
3 hits away from 100. It'd be great to see her do it today. Do it on a game that is
on a bounce to Morton, and the shortstop throws out Mia Pope. 1 down in the bottom of the first.
It'd be great to see her do it today. A game that's being, being video streamed. More people can see it. More people can share in it. She is going to go down as one of the all-time greats, not just at Steinert, but in CBC history.
Now Lindsay Swezak, the right fielder, up to bat. The batting fifth is Victoria Poppert today, their designated player. Hitting sixth is catcher Addison Hassan. Katie Simonka on the mound and hitting seventh, with Bianca Walsh at second base hitting eighth. And Ellie Miller in left field batting ninth today. Gia DiMeglio, their flex player, is in center field.
How great is the talent pool here at Steinert that they have to choose from? Everybody is back. Every starter was back from a Group 3 state champion, and yet you figure no newcomers are going to get in the lineup. 2 freshmen in the starting lineup with,
in there for a strike to Swezak. She's now looking at a 2-1 count.
You got Swezak, freshman, breaking into the starting lineup, and who's the other one? Poppert. 2 freshmen break into the lineup where everybody's back from a defending state champion. That's blows my mind.
That does speak to the depth and the feeder programs that are part of the Steinert success.
Yeah, for sure.
A walk there to Swezak.
Now batting for the Spartans.
So she's at first with 1 down.
Aaliyah O'Neill.
And there you have it. Aaliyah O'Neill now up to bat. You mentioned it in our Trentonian pregame run-up, but Hoppy with the legacy at Bordentown.
Yep, she had two twin sisters that played before her. both excellent ball players.
And then she kind of started to mix things in her sophomore year, took over in her junior year, popped up out to left, and caught by Addie Maloney. She retires O'Neill, and there's 2 away. Runner at first for Francesca Castellano.
For the Spartans, number 8, Francesca.
Well, the Hoppy legacy, the Hoppy era, Bordentown's been to they've been Central Jersey Group 2 finalists 5 times in the past 7 seasons. That's a ball. They've won the sectional title in 2019 and 22, won the Group 3 state title in 2019. Last year they had an off year by their standards at 13 and 12, but they reached the sectional semis for the 7th straight year. Big cut there.
Makes it an 0-2 count.
I mean, that's consistency.
Couple of top-notch programs going at it today.
Yeah.
High school softball on BCB. Chris Irmer with Rich Fisher. And Hoppy winds and fires. And a late swing by Castellano, but able to get a little piece of it, stay alive.
I mean, if those stats sounded good for Bordentown, how about Steinert? 2-time defending state champ. Over the last 10 years, the Spartans have won 4 Group 3 state titles and been to 7 state finals. That's just ridiculous.
Hoppy that time delivers up high.
This run started with Jeannie Rupert, and now Jen Melker, her former assistant, has kept it going.
You were here at White House Rupert Field.
Yes.
Another one up high from Hoppy. And the count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes to Castellano.
And Steinert's loaded up its schedule this year. They want to play good teams. They don't want to think that they could just show up and win state games.
The 2-2 popped back out of play, foul ball. And the count stays 2-2.
And obviously Bordentown. I mean, both of these teams, I think, are looking at this game as a bit of a measuring stick for the early season. Like, okay, let's see where we're at. Let's see what we have to work on against a very good team.
Hoppy winds and fires and gets her to go on a high fastball and a strikeout to end the first inning. No runs, no hits, and 1 runner left on base. And we're through 1 inning of high school softball on WBCB, and we're going to be coming right back to Steinert High School for more action on the WBCB Sports Network.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford, Subaru, or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
Welcome back to Steinert High School. It's high school softball on BCB this afternoon. Chris Irmer, Rich Fisher with Alana Taggart doing our video engineering. Ethan Collins behind the camera for us. Great to have you with us. We got an inning now done. Still no score between the Spartans and the Scotties. And Fish, we finally got a decent weather day.
Oh, thank you.
Today.
Yes.
It's feeling pretty good out here.
It's beautiful out today. And, yeah, it's been a rough first couple weeks weather-wise, not just for us, but for the players and the fans and everybody. It's been tough. And
yeah, today, bit of sunshine, temperatures in the mid to upper 60s.
Yep.
And a little bit of a breeze. That's been the other issue in the early going, some of these windy games.
Yeah, that's made it worse. Wind, no sun. Yeah, I mean, hopefully this is the start of some consistent weather. I mean, We are in the Northeast, so who the heck knows?
Sierra Knight at the plate for the Bordentown Scotties. Yeah, by the end of the game, it could be a different story.
Yeah.
Foul ball back.
Yeah, you got that right.
And the count remains 0-2 tonight. She'll be followed by Hoppy and Maloney here in the top of the second.
You look in the back seat of my car, it's like a locker room. I got like 4 different jackets to go with the possible weather changes during the course of a game.
Just a bit off the plate. Good pitch by Simonka, doesn't get the call. I'll go toe to toe with you for all the random stuff I got in my car.
I've seen yours. You drag it out to the field sometimes. You take no chances.
1-2 pitch is up high. One of my first rules I share with some of the WBCB interns that come along is don't be cold. That's like rule number 1 of sports broadcasting. Took that, a called strike, and Sierra Knight, the 3rd strikeout victim for Katie Simonka.
3rd in a row. And Knight, dangerous hitter. She was at 462 coming up there.
Brings up Caitlin Hoppy.
Caitlin, who can hit as well as pitch. She's at 438.
And takes one maybe a bit inside. Tough to gauge the zone over here from the 3rd baseline.
Yeah, that's why I don't even try.
Simonka that time down low.
You can say it looks good from here, but you got to, that from here makes a big difference.
That's what they say out in the left field bleachers. Looks good from here,
Yeah, exactly.
2-0. Misses with that one, and 3-0 count. Simonka has given up precious few walks this season, gave up 1 in the top half of the first. And taken all the way that time, Hoppy just waiting for her to deliver a strike.
Yeah.
Now maybe she'll get that back going. Hitters count 3-1. Ground ball. Pope at short. Fields it and throws in time. Her second put out. And that's the second out in the top of the second inning. Brings up Addie Maloney.
Nice job by Simonka battling back there. And that's one thing about the pitchers on these teams and the hitters on these teams don't give up at bats. You know, hitters will go down 0-2, and you're going to have a tough time getting them out. Pitchers will go 3-0, and you're not guaranteed anything like a free base on balls. That's what makes great teams. Players that battle and are talented, of course.
Maloney took one up high, took one down low.
Yeah, Simonka battling a little bit with her control, falling behind again, 2 straight batters.
Fouled back over the Scotties dugout.
No, that was over the Spartans dugout.
Oh.
We're next to the
Scotties. We're over here on the Scotties side of the field.
Come on, pal, get your bearings straight.
Just go with it.
You are the pilgrim. You should be a good explorer.
Well, and I do appreciate it. It's all about accuracy. 2 balls, 2 strikes at the plate.
Like knowing who's
Addie Maloney.
Like knowing who's sitting in what dugout.
Yeah. Who's on what side of the field?
Yeah. Who's on third?
Got a great day for some high school softball. Great to have you with us on BCB.
Yeah, this is an off day for conference play. Great
2-2 in the dirt.
Yeah, Steinert's having trouble getting games in. I mean, Bordentown's got them 6-3 when it comes to games. So I'm sure the Spartans trying to get some games in, get in some kind of rhythm.
Can't beat the start for the Spartans.
No,
3-0.
Yeah, it's not like it's affected them at all.
Swing and a miss, and a strikeout. Addie Maloney goes down swinging, and a 1-2-3 inning authored by Katie Simonka. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on for the Bordentown Scotties. We go to the bottom of the second. Still scoreless. High school softball on WBCB. And we'll keep it right here. Let you know that today's game brought to you by The all-new Hyundai of Trenton. Car buying made simple at Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. Over 100 new Hyundai models, from Elantras and Sonatas to SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, and Palisade, including hybrid models. Hyundai of Trenton, the inventory ready to go, a huge selection of pre-owned certified vehicles. They don't do the market adjustment thing on any of the cars in stock, and you get an extra $1,000 rebate trade-in value towards any new vehicle. Hyundai of Trenton will also buy your car even if you don't purchase a car there. Fast payment, top dollar paid for your car. Hyundai of Trenton, car buying made simple. And the area's fastest growing dealership at 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. You're listening to the Haldeman Ford Game of the Day. Haldeman Ford celebrating their 50th anniversary on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They hope you're enjoying today's game. Well, so far, a pitcher's duel as a
Not surprising.
second.
Not surprising, but it is surprising when you have two great pitchers and two great lineups. You know, again, they say good pitching beats good hitting. So this could be one of those games, Chris, where you got to play for a run. You know, get a runner on and
Just manufacture
sacrifice
something.
them. Yeah, get manufactured. It's when you get two teams at this level, that's often the key. And do not beat yourself. Do not make an error that will put a runner on that could hurt you.
At the plate, DP Victoria Poppert. Should be followed by Addison Hassan and Katie Simonka in the bottom of the second.
Poppert, another freshman with some pop, 333 and 917 slugging percentage.
Wow, yeah, appropriately named there. Poppert
A double, a triple, and 2 home runs.
with that kind of pop off the bat,
Yep, all 4 of her hits are for extra bases.
trying to set her team up here in the top of the second. They got one on in the top of the first, but a nice job by Caitlin Hoppy
Oh, that's a bad pop from Poppert. Pop
on
out.
the infield, calling for it. Sierra Knight makes the grab. One down.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is H to the OV.
Now batting for the Spartans, number 88, Addison Hassan.
All right, so here is Hassan early going, but right now Caitlin Hoppy pitching to more contact than Simonka.
Yeah.
So far, she is the strikeout artist between the two pitchers out here today.
Fortunately for softball, whoa, there's
Line drive to
That's right
center,
at
and Natalie Kroll in the right spot
Yep.
and catches the line drive for out number 2.
Kroll had to just take a step or two back, had it lined up perfect.
That was the best contact we've seen so far today.
For the Spartans,
But
number
That looked easy, but sometimes a center fielder, when they see a ball come at them, they'll sort of run in and think it's going to drop, and you're supposed to take a step back and line it up where it's at, and that's exactly what she did. And
yeah, before the game, I didn't get an opportunity to walk out into the outfield, but some of the ground behind home plate and the dugouts, very marshy and soft. And I would think probably in the outfield, like you look in front of Kroll, there's a little area in front of her that looks like it's a little chewed up and
yeah, it was
maybe a little soft out there. And that can also affect how you react to a play. And
Sure. Yep.
but she did a nice job with that one.
It was a little swampy walking in here from the parking lot.
Yeah, I'm thinking there might be some swampy areas in the outfield.
We're not worried about the
Swing and a
outfielders and
miss.
how it affects the game, Bill. We're worried about our sneakers getting
Our
wet.
footwear.
Yes.
Don't if my socks get wet, I'm miserable. 1-2 count here. It's
Nothing worse than a soggy broadcast.
swing and a miss, and Simonka strikes out for out number 3 in the bottom of the second inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. A 1-2-3 inning for both pitchers in the second. We're through 2 with no score between the Steinert Spartans and the Scotties of Bordentown. And we will step aside and return to the home of the Spartans for more high school softball. It's the Haldeman Ford Game of the Day on WBCB.
Hi, this is Dr. Rocco, Superintendent of Hamilton Township School District. I'd like to wish all of our student athletes and coaches a great spring sports season, and I'd like to wish all of our HTSD students success in the remainder of the school year.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Welcome back to Steinert High School, top of the third. And the first pitch in there for a strike
Getting a
to
lowdown.
Natalie Kroll, the center fielder.
Getting a lowdown on the flag football game that Ethan was at the other day.
Yeah, we've been doing a little bit of that on the WBCB Sports Network. I know, like, our first one was Ewing and Trenton.
Well,
And as a fledgling sport, it's getting kind of a little bit of attention and excitement.
well, yeah. I mean, NJ.com now has a top 20 for flag football. So, you know,
0-2 there, misses wide. And we love football in the old USA.
oh,
You know, that,
oh, don't we?
that sport could take over. The 1-2. Off the end of the bat, O'Neill has it at third and throws out Kroll. One down in the top of the third.
And you know what? Spring's a good time to do it because there's more girl athletes available. I mean, you basically have girls track and girls softball. Well, softball. And girls lacrosse. You have three sports. So, you know, and some teams have a girls golf team and girls play golf, but in the fall, you have a lot more. You have girls tennis, you have field hockey, you have girls soccer. So
Cruzen takes a strike. And there lunges at that bunt attempt. Offered at that for strike two.
cruising at 294, not bad for a number 9 batter.
Slowly hit ground ball. Pope charges, grabs and throws in time for out number 2, and that's now her third put out here.
Now batting for Bordentown, number 6.
And with 2 down, nobody on, to the top of the order go the Scotties. Here's Mackenzie Morton. Her first time up, she was the victim of one of those shortstop ground outs.
1 per inning for Pope so far.
Here, a pop-up, drifting towards foul ground and running it down, Bianca Walsh with the grab. Nice defense by the Spartans. And another 1-2-3 inning for Katie Simonka. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on. We're through 2.5 innings of high school softball. Great to have you with us on the WBCB Sports Network. And this game here today brought to you by the Trentonian. You can read all about today's game in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage that you can count on 7 days a week. It's all in the pages of the Trentonian. Hey, WBCB sports fans, get 10% off your food check at the Blend Restaurant, 911 Route 33 in Hamilton. Just mention WBCB Sports and you'll get 10% off your food check at the Blend Restaurant in the heart of Hamilton. Check out their menu at blendbar.com. And the Hamilton Township Division of Health offering a variety of free services to keep you and your community healthy. It's important for everyone to stay up to date on recommended vaccines, whether you or a loved one need an annual flu shot, COVID-19 vaccine, a pneumonia shot. Hamilton's Division of Health is ready to help. Are you or a loved one homebound? The division's caring nurses will bring your vaccine to you. For families that may be underinsured or uninsured, the division offers free routine vaccinations for kids. Most residents in Mercer County are able to take advantage of the free and confidential STI and HIV testing clinic. The staff at the Hamilton Township Division of Health, experienced and proud to serve the Hamilton community. Visit hamiltonnj.com/health for more info, services, and upcoming clinics and eligibility. That's hamiltonnj.com/health. Stay healthy, Hamilton. Bianca Walsh leads it off in the bottom of the third for the Spartans and takes up high from Hoppy.
First at bat for the season for Bianca. And I guess the biggest thing she has to fight right here is over anxiousness. And she did take that first pitch because she's been chomping at the bit to get in here.
Nice kind of off-speed delivery that time by Hoppy. Felt like she took something off that one. Walsh will be followed by Miller and Pope. It's the 8, 9, and 1 spots in the Spartan lineup here in the third. That, as you say, that looked good from over here, but maybe a bit off the plate for ball 2. Two-one delivery. That one missing for ball 3.
Well, got to protect now. Got to be a little bit aggressive.
Aggressive cut there. Fouls it back, and 3-2 count to Walsh.
And it's amazing with Walsh and Pope at shortstop and second, Steinert's record. And 2 state championships. These two think it's easy. Yeah, all you do is just show up, you win state championships.
You show up with the right teammate.
Yeah. Well, they provide the right teammates.
Up high, and Walsh works a walk.
First leadoff batter to get on. We had a couple of one-out walks earlier.
Now batting for the Spartans.
And this might be the break the Spartans were looking for. You said earlier, this might be a low-scoring game.
Watch for a bunt here.
Could require manufacturing a run.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if they don't bunt here. Miller looking for her first hit. She's 0 for 7. And not bunting.
Miller waggling that bat around, takes a strike.
Consider me shocked. Bordentown playing back. Third baseman's not playing in for the bunt.
The 0-1, there's a bunt attempt. Ball skips away from Marolda, and moving up is Bianca Walsh. So that's even better than a sacrifice for the Spartans.
What was the call there? Was that a strike or a ball?
That was low. That was a ball.
I'll try it again. Bunt again. Get her over to third. With 1 out.
The 1-1 pitch.
Nope.
Taken out to center field. Kroll under it, makes the grab. And Bianca Walsh kind of fakes a tag up, forces a throw. But the catch on the fly out retires Miller. 1 down in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, Miller got pretty good contact on that, but she hit it to Crowell a little bit in left center, so Crowell had to play right in front. Well, it was in front of her, and no chance for Walsh to advance. If that ball could have gone maybe to the right center field, Walsh might have had a shot.
Mia Pope, line drive, also out to center, and Kroll can't get there. It's off the fence. Rounding third, they're going to send Bianca Walsh, and the throw is late. She slides in safe at home for the first run of the afternoon. The Steinert Spartans are in front 1-0 thanks to Mia Pope's RBI double.
Yeah, Pope hit that almost in the same spot that Miller hit hers, but didn't have quite as much loft, and it was a bit over more. And
that gives her career hit number 98.
Yep, 98.
And Lindsay Swizak showing bunt, and bunts it foul. First time up, Swizak working a walk.
That's a great job too, picking up her teammate that you didn't get the runner over, but Pope makes it moot with that double.
And she swings through that one. Can't get the bunt down, falls behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Still not a bad idea to try to get Pope to third with only 1 down.
Well, no, that would make it 2.
Right.
Ooh.
And stepping up there, a little slap action at the plate, takes ball.
Yeah, that was another one of those look good from here type of balls.
Great to have you with us from White House Rupert Field on the
Thank
campus
you.
of Steinert High School. Always good to have Fish doing his thing, swinging a miss, and a strikeout. A big second out for Caitlin Hoppy as she tries to limit the damage. A runner still in scoring position for the Spartans with 2 down. Here's O'Neill. O'Neill with a fly out to left field first time around. Long way to go, but you got to wonder if this 1 run maybe could hold up with the way Katie Simonka has been pitching
so far
for the Spartans.
Yeah, you're right, though. Long for 12 more outs. That's a lot to get against a tough Bordentown lineup.
Fouled back up over the net, out of play.
But again, like we said, Simonka, outstanding in the state tournament last year. Every game is just uber pressure. And she was just practically not unhittable, but unscorable upon.
And seemed to be cool under pressure throughout.
Yeah.
1-1, up high.
And, when you have like a Mia Pope at shortstop, you can be confident in throwing pitches and throwing strikes and knowing you have defense behind you. And Bordentown, Hoppy's got to feel the same way. I mean, Bordentown looks solid defensively from what we've seen so far.
2-1, line drive to center.
Yep.
Attempt by Kroll, couldn't come up with the grab. They will send Pope, and she scores from second to make it 2-0. RBI single for O'Neill, and the Spartans are in front, 2-zip.
That ball just dipped right under her glove. It looked like Crowell had it lined up, and it just sort of shot down beneath her glove at the last second.
Yeah, tried that basket catch, just slipped underneath the web of the glove.
And that's a big insurance run.
Now, Castellano takes ball 1.
Francesca, just a sophomore.
Lifts that out to right center field. Drifting over is Kroll, and the center fielder makes the grab on the fly ball. So Castellanos flies out for out number 3, but the Spartans strike in the third. 2 runs on 2 hits. And they're in front 2-zip after 3 complete. We go to the 4th here from Steinert High School. Great to have you with us for high school softball on the WBCB Sports Network.
The 2025 Hamilton Area YMCA Sawmill Summer Camp is open for registration for campers, kindergarten through age 15. Campers unplug, explore, and grow at Sawmill Summer Camp on 50 beautiful acres of outdoor space. Campers enjoy swimming, STEM, sports, games, recreational activities, camper achievement, special events, and theme weeks. For more information about the various camps offered and to register, visit HamiltonYMCA.org. That's HamiltonYMCA.org. Hamilton Area YMCA Sawmill Summer Camp, a great high-quality day camp experience.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 5-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Hi, I'm Sean Spiller, President of the New Jersey Education Association. On behalf of the 200,000
High school softball on WBCB. The Spartans in front 2-0 as we go to the top of the fourth. Katie Kovac, Sammy Brown, Jules Marolda set to hit for the Bordentown Scotties.
And Chris, going back to that last inning, that bottom of the third, you had mentioned when Steinert drew that leadoff walk, maybe that's the break they're looking for, and it turned out to be big. I mean, it's always trouble if you walk that leadoff batter. It just seems to, 2-out walks are aggravating. Leadoff walks are tough, and Steinert converted.
And they did it with some pretty clutch hitting as well. RBI double and an RBI single to plate those 2 runs. Oh-2 pitch. Misses, and Kovac now looking at a 1-2 count. WBCB, also your spot on the radio dial for Phillies baseball. Phillies need to get back to
hitting
a tradition of winning. Yeah.
How about just a
talking
tradition
about
of
RBI
hitting?
double and an RBI single? How about
How about 3 singles?
some RBI hits for the Phillies?
My goodness. It's never good when Wheeler doesn't have his best stuff. It's really never good when he doesn't have his best stuff and you're just getting 3 hits.
The 2-2, swing and a miss, got her. Kovac goes down swinging.
That's 5 now for Samanka. She struck out 4 out of 5 there in the first and second. Then Bordentown started to make a little contact in that third inning. Nothing hard, but made contact. And now she comes back to get another strikeout.
I got to expose Mickey Morandini. He was our co-host for this week's Baseball Insider Show on WBCB.
Yeah.
That one down low to Sammy Brown for ball 1.
What did he have to say?
Well, he showed up late.
Oh, okay.
But he had a very unique excuse.
Oh, all right, let's
Talk
hear it.
about first world problems. He was vacationing like somewhere in Central America, and that's when our station manager, Matt Miro, contacted him about the show. Ground ball to third, backhanded by O'Neill. Long throw across,
What a play.
and it's in time.
What an absolute gorgeous play. Backhanded right over the bag, pivot, make the throw. Nice stretch down there by Castellano. And, man, you get play like that at third base along with what you get from Pope, it's good stuff.
2 down, nobody on for Jules Marolda.
So, anyhow, Matt Miro called him.
Yeah, and I guess where he was, the time zone was different. So when he put the date into his calendar, somehow it changed the time to the next hour. So he thought the show was from 1 to 2, not from noon to 1.
Oh.
And I thought that is a very...
So he never set his watch back when he got back here.
I don't know, it was like his iPhone or whatever, I guess,
okay.
accounted for the time change.
All right.
And, yeah. Well, anyway, Baseball Insiders, we have it on the weekends before Phillies baseball. Tommy Green, Mickey Morandini will co-host.
Oh.
I got to sit in for John Brazier, and he had a great time talking with Mickey.
Well, thank God Mickey Morandini can field ground balls better than he can set his clock.
Swing and a miss. And Moralda goes down swinging, 2 strikeouts on the inning for Katie Samanka, and she is cruising now. Back to back to back. 1, 2, 3 innings, no runs, no hits, and nobody left on. Bordentown still scoreless. Steinert in front, 2-0. And we'll keep it here. Let you know that today's game brought to you by Saul Funeral Home. Since 1899, proud to be part of your greater Hamilton Township community is Saul Funeral Home. Saul Funeral Home, a 4th-generation family-owned business that proudly supports our community and has guided families in Mercer County when they need it most. Their caring, dedicated, and compassionate staff is always ready to go above and beyond to bring you the closure you deserve while celebrating the unique life of your loved one. Visit their website, saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Homes, proud to sponsor today's game, and hoping that you are enjoying the action. Today's game brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. taking this opportunity to wish all of the students the best of luck throughout the school year. They are proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. And don't forget, if you missed the action here on BCB today, read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. Complete local and national news 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian, or online at trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. And Thunder Baseball is back. The Trenton Thunder, back for the 2025 season. They start on Wednesday, June the 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of Thunder Baseball throughout the season. Ticket information available at trentonthunder.com. That's trentonthunder.com, or you can call 609-394-3300. Yeah, I got to admit that I have never been in Central America on vacation and had anybody contact me about work-related matters. So maybe I, too, would get my schedule all messed up. But
it happens. Well, I'll tell you a story.
Bottom of the fourth here, Poppert at the plate.
You talk about a time change thing. We were on vacation one time in Cancun, and
that's kind of a similar deal, right?
A little bit,
right?
yeah. Not quite central, but I am not a huge Kentucky Derby fan. I mean, I'll watch it if I'm home or
the 1-0.
Somebody's having a party or something.
Foul ball could be playable, and a catch made. Great job by Jules Marolda. Bordentown with a little defense right there, and she catches that just in front of the fence.
Yeah, that's always tough. You got that fence. You're trying to look at the fence. You're trying to keep an eye on the ball. And Jules did a really nice job of just, navigating both.
So you're down there in Cancun,
we're
having
in Cancun,
a good time.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm never a big Kentucky Derby guy, but
I like to wear a fancy hat every once in a while,
When you're away, when you're in a foreign country, I wanted to feel my American roots, my American pride. So I wanted to watch the Derby. So we're at an all-inclusive, and we're down there at the pool, and I want to get as many in me as I can before I get up to the bar.
A little inspiration.
And I scurry up to the bar at around 1:15.
1-0 pitch.
And the race is supposed to go off at 5 or whatever it
right.
was, and I get up there and I'm sitting there and they're like talking and everything. I see this guy next to me. I go, what's going on? When's the Derby coming on? The guy goes, it was on an hour ago. And it hit me. There's an hour time change that I did not negotiate. So I came up an hour.
1-1 taken out to center field. Kroll, a few steps in, makes the catch on the fly ball, and there's 2 down.
Yeah, so I came up an hour after the race. The one time that I really cared about seeing a Derby race.
And that Derby race is, about a minute and a half for the whole thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Now, I will say, though, I did go to the Derby in person one time and had the time of my life.
Do you have a mint julep?
Yeah. Oh, I had everything.
Up to the plate now, Katie Simonka, first time around, strikeout victim to Hoppy here, takes up high for ball 1.
Here's a weekend for you. We went out to Chicago on a Thursday night, and from Chicago, me and friends from Chicago took a Winnebago down to the Derby, which
Nice.
was a party in itself.
I bet.
And then the Derby was the next day, and it was like, hey. I got quite a culture education there, what goes on at the Derby, many things of which I cannot repeat here on the air. But it was fun.
The 1-1.
And might I add,
pastor.
it was historic because it was Willie Shoemaker's last Kentucky Derby victory as a jockey.
Wow.
He rode a horse named Ferdinand to victory. I didn't see the race, of course. I was just milling around the infield.
1-2 pitch. Strikes
Good
her out.
inning.
Swing and a miss. And, very good inning for Caitlin Hoppy.
Quick inning.
She did get some base runners last time. It's another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, her second.
And game stays 2-0. Steinert in front. We go to the 5th. And we've got more high school softball coming up. It's the Haldeman Ford Game of the Day on WBCB.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 five-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. $14.90 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBSports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Make sure we don't have any.
Rings on the
Back to Steinert High School softball on WBCB. Great to have you with us. Top of the 5th. And Sierra Knight, Caitlin Hoppy, Addie Maloney set to bat. And it is getting late early for the Bordentown Scotties because of the mastery of starting pitcher Katie Simonka. Ground ball to second. Walsh makes easy work of it, throws out Knight. One down.
You know, if I had known that last half inning was going to go so fast, I wouldn't have wasted time with those Kentucky Derby stories. That inning lasted about 45 seconds.
Up now is pitcher Caitlin Hoppy, her first time up, ground ball to short. This one she bunts, and it will roll just foul.
Good idea by Hoppy. You need base runners. Got to get on any way you can. And Hoppy can swing, but trying to get a little bit of the element of surprise there, I guess.
Yeah, use the wheels.
Yeah.
Try to get on now. 0-1 pitch. At the knees for a strike. Simonka leans back and fires late on the pitch. Hoppy fouls it off on the right side. It's been hard to time up Simonka, and really nobody has made solid contact.
No, she's done a really good job of mixing up the pitches and, you know, high, low, in, out. She's a pitcher.
2-2 there, gutsy take by Hoppy. That was close.
Yep. The Bordentown dugout still lively.
Trying to get something going. Late swing, and Simonka gets Hoppy. Strikes her out. There's 2 down, nobody on for Addie Maloney. What's that, her 6th now?
7.
7 strikeouts for Simonka.
7 strikeouts, 36 on the season, and 36 in 16 and 2/3 innings.
Strike 1 to Addie Maloney. Before the game, you mentioned her strikeout to walk ratio. She did give up 1 walk today, but has struck out 7. Ground ball, I mean, bunted just in front of the plate, but it drifts foul on the right side. But right now for Bordentown, it feels like they feel like their best way to put one in play is maybe to bunt one.
Yeah, I mean,
certain frustration level to that. I think when you're at the plate, you can't get something going and just want to get some base runners. Maybe put the pressure.
Yeah, just, you know, get some base runners, put a little pressure on the defense. There's another strikeout.
Swing and a miss.
That's 8.
Maloney goes down. And another 1-2-3 inning authored by Katie Simonka. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base, and the score remains 2-0 with the Steinert Spartans in front of the Bordentown Scotties. Today's game here on WBCB brought to you by the Italian People's Bakery, proud to support high school athletics on WBCB. Check out their signature location, 63 Butler Street, for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. You just drive by and you smell the homemade bread made daily, or you can have them cater your next event. Again, 63 Butler Street, the place to go for the great hoagies, great dessert trays. 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg, the Italian People's Bakery since 1936. Hey, WBCB sport fans.
Hey.
Get 10% off your food check at the Blend Restaurant. Yeah, fish can go in there. Just mention WBCB Sports. They're at 911 Route 33 in Hamilton, and you'll get 10% off your food check at the Blend Restaurant in the heart of Hamilton. You might not have to say anything, Fish. They might just recognize you as part of the WBCB Sports family. But for anybody who's with us, mention WBCB Sports. Check out their menu at blendbar.com. Easter brunch is coming up. You got your Easter plans together?
Actually, Barbara's going to be making some lamb chops, I think.
My Easter plans got all mixed up, and then Matt Miro offered me Phillies tickets.
Oh.
And I thought, that's great, except they were on Easter Sunday, which I only recognized after I accepted the tickets. But I bring it up because Easter brunch at the Revere, you can still make reservations, and they're doing it up big time. Easter brunch with all the breakfast bar and the buffet, the dessert table. Make your reservation at 609-882-6365. The Revere Restaurant and their Easter brunch. They start at 10:30 a.m. Two seating times, 10:30 and 12:30.
You know, great things happen.
Brunch is like different.
Yeah, brunch is a little awkward.
I guess the Easter holiday makes things quite a different day anyway.
Well, let me tell you about Easter Sunday and Phillies games. Here's a little Phillies history you might not know. The first grand slam ever hit in Veteran Stadium history was hit by Roger Freed on Easter Sunday in 1971.
0-2 pitch from Hoppy down low.
How about that?
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, every now and then they had some good holiday grand slams at the Vet. I remember being there in '93 when Mariano Duncan hit that memorable Mother's Day grand slam.
The 1-2 delivery. Line drive out to center. And it'll drift over to left field, and then Addie Maloney makes the grab out there. Couldn't read that one off the bat, but out number one here in the bottom of the fifth.
Steinert's getting some decent contact, but it's just the balls are going a little too high. They're just getting them under him a little bit.
Ellie Miller, first time up, sent one out to center, but was handled there by Kroll. So far 0 for 1 today for Miller. And for the Spartans, holding on to this 2-run advantage, but really could use a little more cushion.
Oh, yeah, they never
comfortable with your cushion.
Nope.
Up high from Hoppy, a ball and a strike.
I mean, Hoppy
Miller.
is Samanka's been pitching so great, but Hoppy has been outstanding too. She's only given up 2 hits, but they came back to back in that third inning.
Right, that was the only inning they really got to her. Fly ball, and Cruzen takes a couple of steps to the side and then comes in a couple and makes the catch. Looked like had to make an adjustment on that one. She does. And there's 2 down, nobody on for Mia Pope. Mia Pope got 1 hit closer to the 100 hit milestone her last time up. And the way this is going, this one might be her last time up here today. Ground ball sharply hit, but right at Katie Kovac. And so the ground out brings us to the end of the fifth.
Hoppy's on cruise control right now. She's blowing through this lineup after that third inning.
And that's her third 1-2-3 inning of the afternoon.
Set down 7 straight.
So no runs, no hits, nobody left on. Still a 2-0 game. Spartans in front. We go to the 6th, and we'll be right back on the WBCB Sports Network with more high school softball.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports and
Hi, I'm Sean Spiller, President of the New Jersey Education Association. On behalf of the 200,000 educators, and all of our public schools, we wish all of our student athletes the very best luck in today's competition. We would also like to recognize the students in our public schools who participate in extracurricular activities, like the school play, robotics class, or the marching band. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation. When parents, schools, and educators work together, our students are the winners. New Jersey Education Association supports our great public schools.
Leading off the 6th inning for the Scotties, number 7, Avery Taylor.
Up to bat for the Scotties is Avery Taylor.
Well, if anything, Bordentown would like to at least get one run this inning. So in the 7th, you have a chance to manufacture that tying run if you can get somebody on base.
Avery Taylor hitting for Kroll, offered at that one for a strike. Bunt attempt.
Avery Taylor batting a lusty 1,000 so far, 1 for 1.
But falls behind a really, really tough pitcher. And Simonka kicks back and fires the 0-2, gets her looking. Starts the 6th with a strikeout.
Well, Avery Taylor's still batting 500.
Brings to the plate Alyssa Cruzen. Cruzen with a ground out to Mia Pope. Takes a first pitch strike from Simonka. Spring athletics back on BCB. High school softball, high school baseball for you. A little flag football mixed in.
Yeah, got it all. It's funny, you were talking earlier about, the end of the year, and but I wish the school year.
The 0-2 couldn't hold up, and Cruzen goes down swinging.
She just has them all off balance. I mean, they're not getting good swings, and it's just a masterful effort so far.
To the top of the lineup for the Scotties, here's Mackenzie Morton.
I wish when I was in school, the school year went as fast as it does now, because it seems like just 2 weeks ago we were doing high school football, and now it's almost the end of the year. When you're actually in school going to classes, it goes so much longer.
And it goes pretty quick when you're a parent. My daughter is in her senior year at high school, and we're thinking about the prom. She's getting set to go on her senior trip. They're going down to Disney next week.
Right.
So really everything's kind of wrapping up.
Well, it's funny, too, because those years go long when you're in school. Then you get out and you graduate, you go, man, that was fast.
And there a strike to Morton.
Can't believe I'm out of high school already.
So Katie Simonka in front of another hitter. And she's had control throughout the afternoon. Lefty winds and fires just a bit outside.
One thing Simonka has really done well today is get ahead of the hitters. Got behind early on a first couple, but since then, she's been getting the jump on them.
2-2.
Now she's got a 3-2 count. It's the first 3-2 count I remember in a while.
Yeah, early on she gave up a walk in the first inning, and in the first and second she ran quite a few deep counts.
Yeah.
Then she has been front running since then. 3-2 pitch, ball 4 down low, and it's a 2-out base runner for the Bordentown Scotties in the 6th, and they bring the tying run to the plate.
And that ends a streak of 16 straight batters set down by Katie Simonka. 16 in a row, a walk, and then another walk.
Katie Kovac 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Takes the first pitch strike, and
I would, if she stole, I don't even think I'd throw the ball unless you thought you had an absolute perfect chance of getting her.
Yeah, Morton with a little fake break.
Yeah, I mean, you're up 2. There's 2 outs. Yeah, you don't want to risk throwing it in the center field and maybe having a chance to come all the way around. Or
Simonka with a couple of confident pitches and jumps in front of Katie Kovac. Fires the 0-2. Struck her out. Strikes out the side in the 6th. She does give up a walk amidst 3 strikeouts. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on base. We are through 5.5 innings of high school softball on WBCB, and the Spartans holding on to that 2-0 advantage. Today's game brought to you by Chris Auto Body, offering complete auto body repairs for over 60 years. They make it easy and simple. Small dents to major accidents, glass replacement, and detailing. Chris Auto Body works with all insurance companies, provides a lifetime guarantee on all repairs. Accidents are an inconvenience. Chris Auto Body goes out of their way to provide minimal interruption, local pickup and delivery, and rental cars on site. Chris Auto Body, locally owned and operated, 3 locations. They're in Fairless Hills and the Falls Autoplex on Business Route 1, and in Lambertville and New Hope. Chris Auto Body, wishing all the student athletes the best of luck throughout the school year. Thanks to the Italian People's Bakery, proud to support high school sports on BCB. Check out their signature location at 63 Butler Street. Great rolls, deli meats, and the finest dessert trays. Again, 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg, the Italian People's Bakery since 1936. Hey, WBCB sport fans, get 10% off your food check at the Blend Restaurant. They're at 911 Route 33 in Hamilton. Just mention WBCB Sports, and you'll get 10% off your food check at the Blend Restaurant in the heart of Hamilton. Check out their menu, blendbar.com. Again, the Revere Restaurant, they got their Easter brunch coming up. April 20th is the day, and you can make your reservations at 609-882-6365. The Revere Restaurant, powering portions of today's game on WBCB.
the Revere Ristorante.
Italiano?
Is that what it is? Yeah, it's something like that. I don't know. Billy always says it with that luster.
He says everything with a luster.
That's true. He's luster boy.
Bottom of the 6th. And for the Spartans, looking to add on Swizak, O'Neill, Castellano.
Yep. 2, 3,
facing
4 in
Hoppy.
the lineup. Swizak, a walk and a strikeout so far.
For Bordentown in the 7th, they will have their 3, 4, and 5 batters scheduled to face Simonka.
That's how it always works in a close game. You got to grind your way through it.
Swizak strikes out. She couldn't check the swing, offered at that one down for Aaliyah O'Neill.
Now batting for the Spartans, number 30.
That's 5 strikeouts now for Hoppy.
O'Neill with an RBI base hit in the 3rd, plated one of the 2 Spartan runs.
And you look back on it, that was a really big base hit because it was 2 outs. I mean, you got an RBI double by Pope, and then there was a strikeout to make it 2 outs. And O'Neill really did a good job of picking up her teammates and getting that big 2-out hit. I mean, the difference between 1 run and 2 runs is astronomical in a game like this.
Popped up on the infield, calling for it, Mackenzie Morton, and the shortstop makes the play. 2 up, 2 down. Yeah, and for O'Neill, she drove in Mia Pope, and Mia Pope and Bianca Walsh with the 2 runs scored for Steinert. Francesca Castellano 0 for 2. First pitch swinging, fouls it back.
Looks like we're going to have another great year of softball in the area with Steinert. Notre Dame looks better than a lot of people think they're going to be. I heard Ewing looks pretty good. I haven't seen him.
You know, a good start also just builds a certain amount of confidence in a team like this.
Right.
And you get off to a 4. You know, right now they are poised to potentially be starting the season 4-0 if they can complete this one.
Yeah, and you got Bordentown. They're 6-0 right now. I mean, It's just, it's good stuff if you're a softball fan. These games are really fun to watch. You know, Robbinsville got beat by Notre Dame pretty bad, 10-run rule, and they came back, picked up the nice win the next day. So, you know, I think the Ravens might be pretty good again this year.
Well, I think that's who Steinert ran up against last year, right? That, again, maybe it was last year, the year before. It always seems like those late postseason.
Well, the county tournament, they always, Steinert is, if there's one thing they really want to win this year, it's that county, or that, well, now it's the CVC tournament. They've had trouble in that the last couple of years. They're the best in the state, but not the best in the county.
The 3-2 popped her up, maybe playable, just in front of the Steinert dugout. And Sammy Brown trying to make a play, threw her glove at it.
You know,
that's so distracting when you're right there by the fence. You got the Spartan dugout yelling in your face.
Did it go in the dugout?
I thought it landed just outside the dugout.
I thought the catcher had a pretty good shot at it, and then first base came in. I don't know if that distracted anybody. Or
3-2.
Got him anyway.
Popped up. Katie Kovac calling for it. Makes the play.
What a job by Hoppy.
Another 1-2-3 inning for her.
10 in a row she's set down.
But her team behind 2-0. Last chance time for the Bordentown Scotties as we go to the top of the 7th. And, you know, we'll keep it right here. Let you know that today's game brought to you by the Hamilton Township School District. And they have their 2025 kindergarten virtual registration is now open. Visit www.htsdnj.org to register. That's htsdnj.org. Thanks for being with us for the Haldeman Ford Game of the Day. Don't forget, if you missed the action here on BCB, read about it in tomorrow's Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage. Count on it 7 days a week. It's all in the pages of the Trentonian. Thanks also to the Hamilton Township Division of Health, offering a variety of free services to keep you and your community healthy. Important for everyone to stay up to date on recommended vaccines, whether you or a loved one needs an annual flu shot, a COVID-19 vaccine, or a pneumonia shot. Hamilton's Division of Health, ready to help. Are you or a loved one homebound? The division's caring nurses will bring your vaccine to you. For families that may be underinsured or uninsured, the division offers free routine vaccinations for kids. The Hamilton Township Division of Health got the upcoming clinics and eligibility. More information at hamiltonnj.com/health. Stay healthy, Hamilton. Thanks also to Saul Funeral Home for bringing you portions of today's game. As we go to the 7th, Sammy Brown, Jules Marolda, Sierra Knight.
Well, Katie Samanka has been lights out so far. This is always the toughest inning. Try to put them down try to just put them down here in the 7th and come out of here with a win over an undefeated team.
And starts Sammy Brown with a first pitch strike. That one drifts a little bit high for ball 1.
And she does want to throw strikes, that is for sure.
Sammy Brown 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. 1-1 in there. A ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, hits have been hard to come by.
They've been impossible to come by.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it, but.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss.
Strikeout number 12 for Ms. Samanka. And that's always huge to get that first out in the last inning. You don't want to give them any chance to sort of build a rally.
Yeah, that first out, big time.
Big
and
time.
The only base runners have been a couple of walks issued by Samanka.
Yes, I've been taking note of that as the game has progressed.
Gave up a walk in the first and a walk in the 6th. And now at the plate, a pinch hitter.
Who do we got here? Bella Nucera.
Taken down low, Nucera. 1-0 is low for ball 2. Nucera hitting from Merolda.
Yes. Nucera 0 for 3 on the season so far. She falls behind her 2-0. You don't want to do that.
There's a called strike. 2-1 count now to Bella Nucera, getting her first at bat today. Pinch hit situation here in the 7th with nobody on and 1 away. Takes another one, and that's in there. And very quickly, Katie Simonka evens things up. Rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. The ball got away from Hassan, so she's got to throw down to first to complete another strikeout, the 13th of the day for Katie Simonka, the second out here in the 7th, and with bases empty and 2 down, up to the plate steps Sierra Knight. Knight got caught looking her first time up and grounded to second, her second plate appearance. And takes a strike from Simonka.
Gas for the Scotties, and I'll tell you what, win or lose, whoever wins and whoever loses, this has been a very well-played game. I mean, both teams, it has not been an error, although Steinert hasn't had a chance to commit many with all the strikeouts. But good, tight game, good, tight fielding, a couple of clutch hits, Now
down to their final strike here, the 0-2. Just off the plate, a ball and 2 strikes to Knight.
I mean, you can see Bordentown is going to have another great team. I mean, right today, they're running into a buzzsaw, but that's going to happen.
The 1-2 from Simonka. Fouled out of play over the Steinert dugout. I got my dugout straightened now.
Yeah, that's a nice job by you.
It's about adjustments.
I knew you could do it.
The count remains a ball and 2 strikes to Sierra Knight. Katie Simonka trying to close the door. The 1-2. On a line, foul down the first base line.
Close.
One of the few balls that has been barreled up by the Scotties, but even that one they couldn't keep fair.
Nope. She smoked that, that's for sure.
Another 1-2 pitch, here it is.
Oh.
Struck her out, and that ends the ball game. The Steinert Spartans
Come on, buddy, say
win
the
it
word
2-0.
Now. You can say the word.
It's a no-hitter. It's a no-hitter.
That's right.
For Katie Simonka, she gave up 2 walks, but did not issue a single hit. A complete game, shutout, no-hitter for Simonka.
Absolutely phenomenal. No-hitter, 14 strikeouts against a very, very good team. Boy, oh boy, there's not much more you can say. Steinert didn't get a lot of hits. I mean, Hoppy pitched an outstanding game herself, only allowed 2 hits, but Steinert bunched them with a walk, and that got the 2 runs. And my goodness, what a great game this was. I mean, flew right by too. So I'm going to head out to that field now, get some interviews.
Well,
there,
thanks,
pal.
Fish. Thanks so much. It was a great game. Spartans getting a 2-0 win, their 4th win of the season, to now improve their mark to 4-0. Our Italian People's Bakery player of the game, starting pitcher Katie Simonka. And we'll have our Italian People's Bakery interview. We'll video that and get that for you later on the WBCB Sports Network. Big thanks to the crew. Rich Fisher helping to call the game, Elena Taggart, our video engineer, and Ethan Collins behind the camera for us. And thanks to all of our sponsors for making portions of today's game possible here on WBCB. Today's game brought to you by Team Toyota, the Revere Restaurant, Capital Health System. Thanks also to the Trentonian. You can read about today's game in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. The Revere Restaurant, Hamilton Township School District powering portions of today's game thanks to the New Jersey Education Association, the Hamilton Area Y, Haldeman Ford, Blend Restaurant, the Hamilton Township Division of Health, Saul Funeral Homes, the Hamilton Township Education Association, the Italian People's Bakery, and Hyundai of Trenton. Ooh, don't want to forget Chris Auto Body and the Trenton Thunder. All right, thanks to the crew. Thanks to you for being with us. I'm going to head out and try to get a word with our Italian People's Bakery player of the game, Katie Simonka, as the Steinert Spartans win it 2-0 and keep their record unblemished at 4-0. All right, thanks so much for being with us. One final time here from White House Rupert Field on the campus of Steinert High School. It was the Spartans 2 and the Scotties of Bordentown 0. Thanks for being with us for some high school softball on BCB.